Hello everyone, we have here with us at ECU Sri Lanka today our new Vice-Chancellor, Professor Clare Pollock, and we have our Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Jake Garman, and I would like to welcome you all to our platform today. So Professor Clare, with ECU establishing an offshore campus, how does this benefit Australia's higher education sector and what advantages does it bring to Sri Lanka?
Thank you, Amma, for having me here today. It's been wonderful to visit the campus for the first time.
Thank you very much.
I have
It's
to
very
say,
wonderful to have you.
this great question. Before I say that, I just wanted to say how wonderful it is. A beautiful campus. I think it's extraordinary facilities, and it's a great example of why education in Sri Lanka and a campus like this in Sri Lanka is so important for Australian higher education. Education is critical for every country, and in wherever we are, whichever country you're in, education, developing those skills that are going to be critical for the development of a country, for economic development, for social development, is what sets us aside from what you might see in a country that doesn't value education. So in Australia, we not only really value higher education, but we also value our international connections, where Australia is a long way from many places.
That's right.
And it is so important to be connected across the globe. And so for us, international education and education in countries where we're connected is critical to Australia's future and to our university's future. And in Sri Lanka, what I've seen is a country that is so exciting and a country that has got such a lot of potential. And so I think in terms of bringing really high quality education, as we do at ECU, at Edith Cowan University, bringing that to Sri Lanka hopefully helps contribute to the future of Sri Lanka and its people.
That's amazing to hear. And also, Professor, from your perspective, what unique opportunities does having an ECU branch in Sri Lanka offer to students compared to studying in Australia?
Oh, well, first and foremost, it's a fantastic facility. It's beautiful. The laboratories are wonderful. It's my favourite part of visiting the campus today was seeing the laboratories. But also it was meeting the students, and I think the student community here is very, very special. The opportunity to be part of clubs and societies and to really form those bonds with each other. Those bonds are really critical to what you do for the rest of your life. And so for our students who come and study in Sri Lanka, I think that it is a beautiful opportunity to learn from some of the best teachers in the country and in the world. So Edith Cowan University in Australia is the top teaching university in Australia, public university in Australia. And we value education and what we do. So coming to Sri Lanka, ECU Sri Lanka, you get that benefit of an extraordinary student experience, really high quality education in beautiful facilities, surrounded by other students who bring such vibrancy and fun to the campus.
And Jake, anything to add to that?
From my perspective, really, what's special about this campus is, that many students, they have family, they have friends, and for them the affordability factor is very important to have access to education. Mm-hmm. So for us to be here in Sri Lanka and to be able to offer that to a group of students who may or may not have other choices is really important.
Yes.
That's true. Thank you very much.
And if I may, I know we're going to go off script here.
Yes.
Edith Cowan University is named after Edith Cowan. And Edith Cowan was the first woman elected to any government of any type in Australia. And that was in 1921. And she did so because she was passionate about education and providing opportunities for education, actually then for women and children, but basically to people that didn't have an access to education. So it's something that we really value deeply at ECU, that in terms of the ability to make sure that everybody has access to education, that is life-changing. And so again, for students that want to study in Sri Lanka to have access to that kind of world-class education closer to home or in a more affordable place really sits with our values and why we are here as a university.
And I really like how you linked, the story behind us to the opportunities that ECU creates for Sri Lanka right now. So that's really amazing. Thank you very much. And also, Professor, I have another question for you. So why was Sri Lanka chosen as a location for ECU's offshore campus over other popular study destinations like, for example, Vietnam or India?
Yeah. Well, we have been in Sri Lanka for more than 20 years.
More than 20 years.
And we've been working closely with ACBT over that period of time. And so this is a natural place to develop that relationship. And we have a known and trusted partner. We know Sri Lanka. Our staff back in Australia know Sri Lanka. We've got many years of experience. So for us, because we've been connected in with Sri Lanka for so many years, it was important that when we developed our first offshore campus, it was a place that we felt we could contribute in a really positive way.
That's right. So, Jake, I'm moving to you now. What strategies does ECU have for expanding its international student market through the Sri Lanka campus, and which regions are you focusing on for growth?
Excellent. Thank you for the question, Amma. Look, our priorities are aligned to the strategic priorities of Sri Lanka itself. So it is around how we can give back and be ourselves part of the knowledge of and the knowledge systems and learning for Sri Lanka. So we look at the trends, we look at the employability, we look at what we can give back and contribute. So if we look at just at the program level, computer science, data science, that's really driving a lot of the employment and really where we see a lot of the interest for students. So for us, the expansion is really into what we're already doing, how we can continue to improve and expand just the offering and the experience of what we have at our campus here in Sri Lanka. It is just over a year old. You learn along the way as you go and what you do. As far as regions, I mean, Colombo obviously draws in students from as far away as 2 hours. 2 hours doesn't get you all the way around Sri Lanka, so we are looking at opportunities in Kandy. Having been up there and looked at Kandy and just the value of education in Kandy, in the central part of Sri Lanka, it's just amazing how many colleges, how many students are studying up there. So for us, looking at some opportunities there, perhaps leading with computer science, given its high demand at the moment, is some of the places where we're looking to expand and grow.
All right, Jake. So what message would you like to share with students across South and Southeast Asia who are seeking high quality yet affordable international education, particularly an Australian degree?
Message. That's an easy one. Look, ECU, it's in our DNA around quality learning and teaching. It's in our DNA around the student experience. We have been an internationalized campus from Perth for as long as I've worked there. We have over 100 different nationalities studying at our campuses in Perth. So for us, how to internationalize, how to work with international students is something that we have deeply within what we have in our know-how as a university. So for the message to any student who's looking to come, say, study in Sri Lanka from Southeast Asia or elsewhere, the quality of education, the quality of the staff, the quality of the experience, the quality of the campus, as Claire mentioned, are second to none. So coming here, you're really getting not just a Sri Lankan experience, but you're getting an international experience with a deep experience from how to do that from an Australian university.
Thank you very much. And I think that was very inspirational to hear directly from you, your thoughts, your perspectives. And to me also personally, I learned a lot more than what I knew so far. So thank you very much for being on our platform today.
And I'm going to just have one final message. So you asked, what's the message to students?
Yes, please.
Why should they come and study ECU Sri Lanka? It's the best place to come and study. It's a beautiful place.
Simple
the best
as that.
teachers, the best courses,
Yes.
And it's a great fun place to be.
Thank you very much. So with that being said, I'd like to thank Professor Clare and Jake for being on our platform today.
Thank you,
and
Anna.
stay tuned for
Thank you,
more.
Amma.